take a few moments, please bear with, thank you.
No. And geometra, no, she's right. We specialise in damp in this country.
And then I click that. I click aggressive. So, yeah, adverts. And then it's monetized.
And then the thing is,
Yeah. Based on that.
how much you can earn a month?
Only a couple hundred, so
It's still something.
it's still something at least. And I'm going to try and get into the thousands eventually. And then soon it'll pay.
I'm sure you can. You keep doing it, I'm sure you will.
Definitely, yeah.
It's quite
It's
good.
going well, yeah.
Last year.
Just setting up the live broadcast, will take a few moments, please bear with, thank you. Yeah. Sorry? No, I just I thought it was I'd be a bit too young for me to be sorry. 19. Yeah, 20. Turning 20 this year.
You're so mature. Where you originate?
London, British hot Polish. London is Polish.
That's why I see a little bit of
Yeah,
accent.
definitely. Yeah.
Half British, half English.
Sorry?
Half British, half English, half Polish, I mean.
Yeah, just setting up the live broadcast. Thank you.
Big man.
Because the road lights, yeah.
Really?
Very good seats.
And you put on. Next time I buy this now, you help me set it out. I always got problem with this one.
So I remember talking to a waiter about the factory running, and he said he was very nice. He said that the kind of thing.
And then it connects it like that.
My God, I must admit, I really remember.
This is steady.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you click on it.
And then it works. And then I do this.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then I have the mic here. Do you mind holding this quick?
Hello, hello. Oh, now you're doing live.
Yeah, live stream. Yeah.
Amazing.
When I first started this year, I'll tell you now, if Marco, he's got something to do, he's not going to get all the it's all prevalent and but this is what we think do. I was doing people involved in
We're currently broadcasting live and direct in central London at the children's protest. Welcome onto the channel. My name is Louis Errington. I'm an independent journalist and I cover a broad variety of protests and events on the channel. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification button so you stay notified whenever I go live or upload a new video. Thank you for tuning in. Also be sure to share this stream with your friends and family so you enjoy more content like this in the future. Hi Mel, how are you? Okay. Very good to see you. How's it been? I don't know. I'm not too sure where he is. I think he could be a horse stock parade. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Have an interview. Yeah, go ahead. Interview. Yeah,
This is very good.
definitely.
But 4K?
1080p. Yeah.
You go live, isn't it?
Sorry, it's okay like that. Sat here.
Yeah, you do. You set up your own thing.
I set up my line. And it worked like this.
This is much better than you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Take on. Quick and easy, yeah?
Yeah. Very efficient as well. Yeah.
You see, like even London Fashion Week, everybody use it.
Everyone does.
Yeah, everybody use it.
I know. Very useful.
And you see it before the show finish, it's already up Instagram, Facebook, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Twitter, everything.
Definitely. And this is the microphone I use.
Huh?
So I use that's very mic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rode mic is very popular.
Yeah. It's used by a lot of journalists. Yeah.
I bought it. I buy one of these. It's called Rode mic Go or something.
Yeah, Rode mic interview go. It's called the interview go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like you not in the camera.
I think you can. Yeah. You get closer to the camera.
I don't say, hey, well, come with this kind of technology. Give me a hand.
Yeah. It's very useful to have that. Yeah. So it's all already. Yeah. I have 2 power banks in here in my pocket. So I plug them in just in case. Always prepared.
You are the pro.
Yeah, always prepared for every eventuality. And I have 10 power banks inside my backpack. 10. Yeah.
You go to the website.
Because it's too cool.
You send it to me.
I did, yeah. What's that?
Oh, what's that? I haven't received it yet. You sent it to the right one.
Yeah, I did. I'll just double check.
Okay, I tried to give you that.
Oh, yeah, I sent it to you on here.
Huh?
What's that? Came through. I'll try calling you.
Oh, yeah. What time, yeah? Now I've got it.
Yeah.
Oh, the old one, isn't it?
Yeah.
March 27, yeah?
Yeah. I might stay here because here might be good to cover. I'll probably stay here.
I don't know how long this one minute.
This will probably finish in 5, I think. I think so. I'm going to stay here. I think so, yeah. This will be good to cover, I'd say. This one. Yeah.
I've been doing this a long time.
Fair enough.
You know this about the Parliament child abuse?
Parliament, yeah. I might interview a few people now. Yeah, I'm going to go and interview. Yeah.
Ask them.
Yeah. I'm going to go interview a few people now.
I've done mine already.
I'm going to interview now. Anyway, I'll catch you in a bit. See you. Hi there, how are you? You okay?
Hey,
very good to see you. How's it been?
Good to see you.
Yeah. So, why are you protesting today in central London?
Because it's time the children were saved from the government as much as anybody else, because they are hiding and lying and allowing all the evil things to go on. And the sexualisation of the children in the schools when they're in kindergarten should be stopped. Schools should just do reading, writing and arithmetics, history. They shouldn't have anything to do with this transgender crap that they're being forced in schools. And Telford, Rotherham, Rochdale, all covered by the government. And on a broader scale, Keir Starmer keeps saying, I'm going to get the gangs that are shipping the people over the channel, when it's the French Navy supports them halfway, and the border pass picks them up halfway. So it's the bloody governments. He's never going to go in and stop the governments to stop them shipping the people over. Because when it's the French government brings them halfway and our government pick them up the other half, who are the smugglers? Who are the people that are running it? And they are a danger to the children. A lot of the camps where they're outside the schools, pestering the children in schools, and the whole lot has got
I tell them to release. It's not start yet, lower a little bit your voice, the music.
The music is going to affect the stream.
I
so
can't
need
even talk to
delete it.
people.
Yeah.
I didn't bring anything.
Yeah.
Mobile phone.
Yeah. I need to delete the music off of my stream because of copyright. Yeah, I can. I can delete the music on my stream. So let me mute it at the end.
And then the voice?
Yeah. Not the voice. It just takes away the music. So I can take away the music at the end of my streaming.
You can just take out the music, the voice there.
Yeah.
How you do that?
It's a YouTube setting.
Oh, it's the YouTube setting.
Yeah.
They automatically take off the music and then leave the voice.
Yeah. Okay. It's really good to use.
Show me. You are very good.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'll show you. So here, I have to click that, and then I have to click.
Amazing.
I can take away the music on all the stuff.
YouTube put this out, man.
Yeah.
AI.
AI.
Really? Whoa.
I can't show you now because there's no music on. But
Okay.
after the stream, I'll show you how I do it. It's really easy.
Send me the link.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's very
I have to learn a lot.
Yeah. Are you thinking of doing YouTube yourself?
Yeah. I never done it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You YouTube as well, huh?
I'm TikTok and I'm also on YouTube because on YouTube they don't censor so much. Like on TikTok, they're silly, really.
TikTok is, yeah.
Why don't you send the TikTok?
Yeah.
You might as well do too.
I can do too.
Yeah, you might as well do too.
That's my TikTok page.
Whoa!
What
is this one?
They closed 2 accounts down for me.
You type lightning in, here's a Newcastle player.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You always do the right thing.
Right place at the right time.
Yeah. It is good. Do that?
And it perfectly fell in. You didn't get it. And then I got Zelensky on camera.
Really?
Zelensky is escort, police escort.
Really?
I was outside Downing Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you are very good.
Yeah.
How you get all this information?
I knew he was at Downing Street because I saw someone else's live stream on YouTube that he was going to be there.
Where's the link?
And then there was
Show me his face.
I can't see his face because he's in the car.
I know, yeah.
And then there's the Christian protest. He got nearly 80,000 views.
This one?
Christian protest that was on BBC. Persecuted Christians. In Congo.
Oh, in Congo.
I think I've seen some of your videos.
Yeah.
Let me see your profile. Take a picture. Yeah?
Definitely. Thank you.
It is very
I've seen some of your stuff.
Definitely.
What is that?
2 o'clock, I think.
Oh, it's a long time away.
I know, yeah.
I should do the parliament, but think of something about farming. Factory slaughter for animal, right? 12:30.
Animal rights program.
Yeah, about factory slaughter animal.
Where is it?
In Parliament Square.
From where?
12:30.
12:30.
I should go there and come back.
Yeah. This is going to be good today, though. This will be good, this one.
Yeah, I should go there for it. Now it's too late to go now.
Oh yeah, by the way, tomorrow is Al Quds Day. The Al Quds Day.
Really?
Tomorrow.
Oh, to go there?
Yeah, tomorrow, that. Marble Arch.
Let me take a picture. Let me take a picture.
I'll send it to you.
Please.
Yeah.
Here's good information.
Intel. The Intel.
Very good. Oh, I forgot that one.
Yeah. Al Quds.
Very good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when? Tomorrow is Al Quds Day. Al Quds. Tomorrow. Passing a Marble Arch. Yeah.
For you, video is alright.
Yeah, videos alright.
What's the crash helmet? Is that iron?
Yeah, it's the press helmet, the base. The press helmet. Yeah.
This is where we were. That's why you're this way. You're still a see the whole signal. When it starts, when it well, when you come around, you look back. There must be more going on down there. But remember them. Seen the bands up down there?
The band? TSB band? Really? What for this? Oh, they? TSB band.
Go and ask them. What's the band?
That's really bad.
So the street set up and everything is ready to... And good boy, normally you have to wait for you all set up, you all set up there.
Definitely. A lot of TST bands go to that. That's 100 of them down there. Near just down
What you actually follow, you're hitting outwards.
coming out
Or the big corner.
I'm going to come the outcomes tomorrow.
And that's going to be big.
Yeah, How many mics do you have in total?
Two.
Two.
I've got one that connects 4, but that's for when you do.
Are you not using the Starlink today?
No need.
Fair enough.
Thanks for that one up there.
Yeah. Just click on.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1. So if you look in the camera. Hey Ginge, where's my pass?
Wait, do we get press passes here?
I think only they won't. I don't think they'll give you.
How are you? Okay.
If you stay, go back a bit. Stay there. Excuse me.
Yeah, I could speak.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That should kick off. Wait, how do we get press passes?
Say something.
Some people have, some people haven't.
I'll try and get one.
Can't get me one.
Excuse me, but thank you. They're getting me one.
Come round a bit and beautiful. Beautiful. Say something. I can hear you well. Can you hear me? So I'm going to be easy
Thank you.
with you, yeah? So I'm now recording, we're not live. So when you chat, look at this. So come forward a bit. Oh, beautiful. You ready for this? And I'm going to warm you up. So, good afternoon. Can you introduce yourself? So can you tell me, why are you down here today supporting the children?
Which one is the Palestine one? The embassy.
But when you say a robbery, can you elaborate on what type of robbery it was?
I'm thinking of it. If it's still happening. They hit cameras. They're a different group.
So when your son came home to tell you what had happened, what was that like for a mother?
Well, I actually wasn't at home.
We're currently broadcasting live and direct in central London at the children protests. Welcome onto the channel. My name is Louis Errington. I'm an independent journalist and I cover a broad variety of protests and events on the channel. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification button. Also be sure to share this stream with your friends and family so you enjoy more content like this in the future. Thank you for tuning in and I hope you enjoyed today's live broadcast.
So you reported the incident to the police, yes?
As soon as I was made aware of the situation, I called the police and I was told the officer would be out within the next hour to take a statement, and they didn't come until 11 days after the attack.
So what was that 11 days like for you, knowing that your son had been robbed and the police say they were coming and you're there waiting for 11 days?
It was absolute hell because, as you can imagine, we tell our children that they could, put their faith in the police, and that if something bad happened to them, that's who we go to. And he had no support from them. As the days went on, we just lost more and more faith. And we were terrified. He didn't want to go to school, so I kept him at home. Then we were hearing reports of his friends being robbed, other kids from his school being robbed. And again, like I said, 11 days later, we just felt really sad about that.
And what excuse did the police give for it taking 11 days to them to come to interview your son?
They said it was a lack of resources. They had more important crimes that they had to deal with. They apologised, but that was it.
So what has happened subsequently? So an interview has taken place. Has the perpetrators been identified, apprehended? What has happened?
No, so my son was then brought in for a separate
that Sir Mark Rowley is watching, the head of the Metropolitan Police. What do you want to say to both of them? So, look in the camera and talk to them.
Just disappointed. Look what you're doing to London. You know, this is meant to be a safe place for us to grow up, and you could care less. You care more about traffic wardens, LTNs, and UNES than you do the kids. Because we've seen proof of that with all of the traffic wardens and traffic cameras that we see in our area, as opposed to community support CCTV.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you. Don't forget my microphone.
Oh, sorry, I was going to keep that.
Thanks a lot.
Just gonna steal it.
I haven't lost one yet.
Yeah. It's easy to lose them at speaker's corner, especially when people are doing, and then they walk off accidentally with it.
You know the ones there that they got, you can put the magnet on it.
Yeah.
I did a funeral once, and I had it on me, and it dropped off. And I'm there. But what I did, I put it on my head, the microphone, the headphones, and followed the sound and found it.
Where did you find it eventually?
But what happened? I went up to a vehicle, leaned on the vehicle like this, and the magnet clicked to the car. I was lucky. But that's the only time I've ever lost.
I never lost a microphone. I always remember it because I only have one. I might get another one as well.
Yeah, but the good thing about them, if you lose them, when you got headphones,
which I do,
you can follow, you can do the clap test. And when you clap, if you're nearby or you can hear, that's how I found it with the clap test.
but I don't have any. I need to do the clap test with my phone and then try hear the sound because I don't have headsets. Headsets are useful to have them.
I don't take notice of any person who doesn't have headsets. Because you cannot be interested in sound.
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
Fair enough.
You must have headsets. And then you monitor, you can adjust, sure enough. because I got a bad knee.
Yeah. That's useful to have. I remember
And
you
it's
had the
so
other one.
small,
Yeah.
it's in the bank. The other one is too big.
Louis, nice to meet you.
You know it.
What's your TikTok page?
Arts Deals. Arts Deals. That's my third account. A-R-T. Yes. Deals. As in deals, you know, dealing.
Like that?
Yeah.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, that's one. That's my third account.
Really? Fair enough.
When I get 7,000-8,000 followers, they shut me down.
Really?
So now I have to start again.
Well,
Never mind.
yeah.
You know, I had so many videos. On one video I had 3 million views
Wow.
in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Where's the dressing guy? He's black. Yeah. I will. I think you can see the black next to him. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I normally look for the alternative. Have to be thinking about it.
Going over long time.
Definitely.
You haven't logged on everything.
Christian guy.
Oh, YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
His laptop full of cruel intention. Showed remorse, a judge will mention. A sentence gifted in suspension. He works in education, saved by legislation. The laws are a joke and the system is broke. It all needs investigation. For our sons and daughters, for all girls and boys, we must make a stand. We must make some noise. It's not too late, but it's now or never. We must act as one. We must come together. Grooming gangs hunt girls 13. The police won't act on what they've seen. Things worse now than they've ever been. Our children need protection from political correction. The sound of your name shapes the rules of the game. The working class, they seem fair game. For our sons and daughters, for all girls and boys, we must make a stand. We must make some noise. It's not too late, but it's now or never. We must
see how long this.
And you can run that for 5 hours.
Yeah, I can.
Really?
But I need battery though. Because I have two.
That's why
I
I
have
said
two
5
power
hours.
banks. Feel how heavy my bag is.
So you can do all night.
Yeah. You can feel how heavy it is. You put it on that. That's on my back.
Okay, read it. My bag.
Weighted backpack.
All battery.
Yeah. All the battery. So the power bank. And then everything else is here, basically.
Oh, you write to them or what?
Sorry?
You write to them?
No, I don't say it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got that there. This is because for you. Before the one you save the children, I did not abhor the children. This is the first one.
Yeah.
Well organized. Don't spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
Don't spend a lot of money. Huh?
That's your one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and those sticker and all this.
A lot of people go like big crowd, big service. The thing is hanging off there.
There we go. There we go. Right.
Hello! Can you hear me out there? Hello! Right, listen, we've got about 8 minutes before we kick off. I don't know how many of you all know each other here, but we've got people here from all across the length from Bedford, Britain. So I'd like to give a little shout out to some of these people before we start. So I'm going to start off. We got anyone here from Leicester? Hey! What about Rochdale? We got anyone from Rochdale? We got anyone from Tottenham here? What about the East London? Anyone here from the West Ham area? Oh, Millwall. We can't say Millwall. This is a respectful name. Right. What about Telford? Have we got anyone here from Telford? Right. What we're being asked, we'd like to ask everyone to come to the front here because there's a lot of people here, but you're all spread out. And I've just had to go in certain local establishments and get a few more people to come out. So if we can ask you all to keep coming down to the front. Our friends from Manchester over there, Simo, are you coming down, mate? Yes. Right, who else have we got here? Who else have we got here? Hull, Wales. What about Hull? We got anyone here from Hull? Yeah? Nice to see. I listen to everyone who made the effort. Come down here. Well done here. There's people that came down last night. People that come down on trains from all over the country. So give yourself a round of applause, please. Right, in a little while, my good friend Phil here is going to start introducing some of the speakers. We're blessed today. Some of the people that we've got coming to speak to you, from Rochdale, from Telford, from Rotherham, from Hull, from places all across the country. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about here. We're talking about child abuse, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it's been going on for decades in this country, and it's still going on now. We ain't having it no more, are we? All right. So I'm going to pass you over to my mate Phil here, and he's going to take you through the course of events today. So give him a round of applause, please, because he's worked very hard for what we've done today.
First of all, I want to thank everyone for being here and making the effort. There's a lot of people that ain't here that should be here. Today is the launch of our For the Children campaign. Yeah, this is just the start of it. We ain't going away, right? We are here to stay. We want to make a difference. We want the establishment to, you know, we need protection for our kids. Yeah, I was brought up in care. Yeah, I saw things in care that stick in my head. Yeah, I'm a victim of mental abuse and physical abuse. Yeah, my stepdad smashed me to pieces when I was 11 years old. Put me in hospital, broke both my arms. So this means a lot to me. Yeah, I'm going to be calling up some speakers in a minute. Our children, right? We bring them into this world. Yeah, they are our flesh and blood. Yeah, they're the greatest thing that God could give to us. Yeah, so it's our duty to protect them. It's our duty to guide them down the right path. We cannot fail them. We must come together to safeguard all of our children. The campaign is not about race or religion or creed. It's for all children. Don't matter what background you're from, what colour you are, it's for all our kids, yeah? Right, the first two speakers, please listen to them carefully, because these people have got stories to tell, yeah? Go on, listen,
ladies and gentlemen, I know there's a lot of people now, and I'm grateful to every single person that takes the time and makes an effort to try and do what they do to help our children. And whether you've come along in the last day, last month, last year, last decade, I applaud you all. But I'm now going to pass you over to two people that have been doing this for decades, absolute decades. And they've been going out looking after our children in towns across the north of England, Rochdale and Hull, and we've got people from Rotherham, and these people have got stories to tell, and they've been doing this for decades. So please, ladies and gentlemen, give them a massive, massive round of applause, please. Billy Howard and Ian Oakley, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it.
Good afternoon all, and welcome to the Big Smoke. And for a northerner, that's a rarity. My name is Ian Oakley. I'm just from a little northern town called Hull. You've all heard of the cases of child sexual exploitation in places like Rochdale, Manchester, Barrow, Rotherham and Telford. I could go on. It happens in every town and city within this country. But nobody really knows about Hull. It's the forgotten town. Back in 2019, 2 girls walked into Humberside Police Headquarters and reported that they have been repeatedly abused by groups of men in the city. The police first dismissed this and actually sent them on the way. But the pressures of these brave 2 girls and their families continued. They wouldn't let it go. And eventually, Humberside Police decided to do an investigation. This was codenamed Operation Marksman. One survivor who claimed that she was raped by around 150 men. She was chained up, tortured, and repeatedly raped, and she was 13. The perpetrators claimed that if she told anybody, that her family would be targeted, their houses would be targeted. The investigation went on for 2 years while these girls sat in limbo, and during the investigation these girls were continuously raped and abused. Eventually 34 people were arrested. Tens of thousands of pages of evidence, 200 digital devices were seized and suspected through forensic evidence, but not one charge was ever brought towards them. The case itself was closed in June 2021 because it didn't meet the CPS's evidence to say that it was enough to make a claim against the perpetrators. So in other words, they didn't do enough things wrong. Not because they did it, but they didn't do anything as much as they should have done. In my eyes, the CPS and the police are basically saying that these girls weren't worth the chance of prosecution. Because if they didn't prosecute, the police would look bad. Because they didn't get the prosecution that they were aiming for. During the time of this investigation, Hull was the UK City of Culture. Now that makes me think, why did they not pressure? Why did they not pursue it? Would that make Hull look like a town that was invaded by child grooming gangs? You make your own minds up on that one. 5 months after the closure of Operation Marksman, Sky TV made a documentary. So it was a 5-part series on Sky about the grooming gangs in Hull. That shocked me beyond belief, as it did with all the other people in Hull, because nobody knew that this was actually happening within the city of Hull. Because nobody told us about this. Nobody warned us that there was a possibility of the grooming gang working in Hull. In December 2021, the case was closed because not enough evidence was given. The girls got no proof, nothing. Even though other victims of other survivors came forward through word of mouth through all these survivors, they all came forward. I work now with a group of 6 people that were all involved in Operation Marksman, and none of them knew the other girls. They were all individually targeted. The new investigation started in 2022. This was after I found out about things, and I started a group in Hull called United Hull, because I was so disappointed in everything that had happened. And believe it or not, this all started from my brother's kitchen, when myself, Ian Cooper, who's in the audience today, was stood there and saying, well, somebody should do something about this. Nobody in Hull knew anything about this. Why isn't anybody screaming and shouting from the rooftops saying this is happening? And of course, it was me that was nominated for the one to do something about it. And I have. I won't stop. I will continue to fight for the girls of Hull. I continue to speak to them daily. Sometimes it's harrowing, but luckily enough, the girls I've spoken to that are involved in marksmen are all doing good in their lives. They're all surviving. How they do it, I don't know. They're the bravest people I've ever met in my life. And these girls have been raped, tortured, abused since the age of 13, 14, 15. One of the girls, who was 16 at the time, became pregnant by one of her abusers. This pregnancy was terminated. DNA was taken from the fetus and was proved to be one of the persons that she named as an abuser from the age of 13. No charges was ever brought because at the time of her pregnancy, she was 16, age of consent.
Oh, I'm coming for him in a minute.
I'm pleased to say that all the survivors in the operation are doing really well, and I'm really happy, like I've just said. I am not taking that as myself that's done this. They've done this themselves. They're braver than anyone in front of me now. They're the bravest people in this earth. I've always said that I cannot change the past for what's happened to them, but I will always do my best to change the future. The children of this country are our future, but if we don't act now, they have no future. We must act now.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ian Oakey, please. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I first met this man standing next to me in 2018 in Rochdale, where he was doing absolutely marvellous things, looking after our children, with a lady that he's going to introduce you to, so I'm going to let you talk about her, because to me, this woman should be canonised. But ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my good friend, Billy Howarth.
Massive thank you, guys. So yeah, I'm Billy Howarth from Rochdale. I'm also the founder of PAG UK. I'm not going to talk about specifics in cases. What I'm going to do and what I'm here to do today is tell you which of the fuckers who are responsible are. That's what I'm going to do today. So, for Rochdale, this started 40 years ago, in 1960, when Cyril Smith...
Hold it up!
Cyril Smith built himself an organisation where it was fine to abuse the children of Rochdale and beyond. Not just in Rochdale, but here in Westminster too. So, I first started this campaign. I'm going to take you on my journey of how I've dealt with this and what I've seen, and told you who I think is responsible. I met this lovely lady called Linda Phillips. Believe me when I say, if the statues of here, all these people, she should be one of them. Because for 45 years, she was the only person to stand against the abuse of the UK children. She truly is a British hero. Unfortunately, Linda passed away in 2020. I still find it tough to talk about because she was the bar for me, she was everything to me, and she'll always will be. If it weren't for her, none of us, I don't think, would be here today. I certainly wouldn't, I'd probably be dead. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I am a survivor of child sexual abuse. And if it wasn't for this woman, I don't think I'd be here today, because I was in some dark place. But I'm not a believer in God or anything like that, but someone sent that lady into my life for a reason, and I can't explain it, but she was my angel. I love the woman. She's not here anymore, but she's here in spirit. She's cheering along with you. She stood here, and she'll continue to fight from the grave through me.
Can we give this lady a round of applause for all the work that she did? Linda Phillips, ladies and gentlemen.
But even Linda couldn't have done what she did and picked up the fight that she picked up if it weren't for this guy. So this guy was a teacher at Norview School by the name of Martin Deegan. Martin Deegan was the first person to stand up in publicly and say Cyril Smith is abusing boys in Norview School. He stole the paperwork from the headmaster's office. We still have the paperwork today. Theresa May said she lost it. She didn't lose it all. She didn't lose it all. Because Linda wouldn't let them lose it all. Because Linda kept it all and then passed it to me before her death. The first time it was talked about publicly in a big way was through this guy, Simon Danchuk, who wrote the book Smile for the Cameras. Yeah, boo. Yeah, boo. Because he never said nothing after the book was released. And he's never said anything since the book's been released. So, yeah, he was the one who wrote the book. He was the one who confirmed. They called Linda Phillips a liar. They sacked Martin Deegan as not good enough for a teacher for the school. But these people were the only people who were telling the truth. Simon Danchuk used that and wrote himself a book. But on the back of Linda's campaigning, along with myself and Martin Deegan, we managed to get the ICSA inquiry into Rochdale. The ICSA inquiry was the independent inquiry to child sexual abuse. And this is where the true horrors of Norview were exposed. And Smith Street toilets, I must say that. So there was Norview School and Smith Street toilets. The Director of Education at the time, Diane Kavanagh, this lady took bets on which were the next kid to be abused in the toilets. This was all revealed in the ICSA inquiry, guys. I don't make this up, it's all there for you to read yourself. David Lord Steele knighted Cyril Smith 5 years after knowing he was a paedophile. These are the people who were responsible, because after he found out he was a paedophile, didn't hold him. He was also the leader of the Liberal Democrat Party. He decided to allow Cyril Smith to continue abusing Rochdale's boys, and it weren't just Rochdale boys. There was boys here in Westminster that was also being targeted by these people. These knew, and they could have stopped it. When I tell you accountability and the fuckers who are accountable, this guy is one of them. This guy could have stopped it if he did his job. He didn't. He's responsible for the abuse of Rochdale children. Richard Farnell. Richard Farnell was the council leader of Rochdale, Cyril Smith's best mate. Richard Farnell was accused of lying to the ICSA inquiry. He had to resign his seat. He's dead now, thank God. But he's also one of those people, again, who were responsible. I told you I'm going to tell you all who were responsible for the abuse of Rochdale children. This guy is right at the top of the list. Liberal Democrat Paul Rowan. When the abuse of Vice Cyril was reported to Paul, who was the MP of Rochdale at the time, he said, I took it with a pinch of salt. He took the abuse of children with a pinch of salt. Absolutely unacceptable, absolutely accountable, absolutely responsible for the abuse of Rochdale's children.
And more beyond what you see.
Sir Tony Lloyd, former Police and Crime Commissioner and former MP of Rochdale.
And nonce.
So in 2013, Mr Lloyd and Mr Colin Lambert from the Brexit Party at the time He was a Liberal Democrat at the time and council leader, decided to have a meeting where the full horrors were revealed of Norview School. From that day forward it was buried. He buried it and it was never spoken about again until the extra inquiry. So again, this man's passed away, we can't hold him to account, but it should, you know, we should have done while he was alive. We didn't. We missed the trick. Colin Lambert, ladies and gentlemen. I know he was part of the Brexit party, I can hear Brexit Brian shouting at me somewhere, but he was Labour at the time. He was a Labour council leader who turned a blind eye to Rochdale's children being abused. Not just through Norview, he also played a prominent role in the grooming gang cover-ups as well. So this guy's double jeopardy. This guy needs to be in the dock. He's still here. He should be in the dock along with the rest of us. Jim Dobby, the deputy leader of Rochdale Council, also a former MP for Heywood and Middleton. Again, he's dead now, thank God. But he was also one of those that told Simon Danchuk, when Simon Danchuk stood up about the grooming scandal, they told him, you need to be quiet because it'll have a detrimental effect on votes. That says everything. We'll not cover this grooming scandal because it's bad for votes. Our children meant less than votes. Elsie Blundell, ladies and gentlemen. So the people I've mentioned, Tony Lloyd, Richard Farnell, Simon Danchuk, Elsie Blundell was the secretary to all three. She's now MP for Heywood and Middleton. She's just been sacked for a councillor role because I've just got her the sack. She's got the sack. And I'm not just going to get her sack, I'm going to take her fucking seat as well. So Elsie Blundell, ladies and gentlemen, she stayed silent and she stays silent today. She's one of the people who knew everything. She sat in meetings with Tony Lloyd, with Richard Farnell, with Simon Danchuk. She wrote the minutes for Smile for the Camera, yet she's never ever publicly spoke about the abuse of Rochdale. She's accountable. She should be one of the people in the dock. But we all know where it stems from. So in 1986, I'm coming to you, love, don't you worry. Don't you worry. So we all, has anyone heard about the paedophile information exchange? Yeah. Well, it was supposed to have been defunct in 1986. I can tell you today that's absolutely a lie. That organisation is still here today. If you don't believe me, look into Labour 25. Over 75 Labour MPs, councillors, members convicted for abuse against children. That's a large number for one political party. And that's what's going on. That's Labour 25. Don't take my word for anything I'm saying. It's all checkable. I've just put a lot of time and research into putting it all together. Now we're getting to the nitty-gritty. 3 girls. There wasn't 3, there was 49. 9 men convicted. There wasn't 9 men, there was 1,300 men. Many of them still walk around my town today with their head held high. I wish I knew who they all were because I'd expose them, whether they'd be charged or not. But there's obviously under the banner. There was 1,400 men who abused the children in my town. Did anyone see 3 Girls TV programme? Yeah. Did anyone see Betrayed Girls that followed it? So there was a BBC programme called Betrayed Girls where the blame for 3 girls was put on all you. The far right, they said, you're far right and it's your fault that this didn't get dealt with because you came to Rochdale and politicised it. They blamed you. If you don't believe me, guys, search these programmes, watch them for yourself. It's there, Betrayed Girls. So the lady who likes to call herself a whistleblower, Sarah Rowbotham, I have full contact with the 3 girls named in the 3 Girls programme. They're the people who I work with on a weekly basis. One of them 3 girls have never ever met this lady. Yet she claims to be the saviour of Rochdale. She's a lie. There needs to be an inquiry and she needs questioning. One of the true heroes of the Rochdale grooming scandal was Maggie Oliver, the police officer. She tells us they didn't want the truth to come out, but people like me, people like Ian and the other speakers you're going to see today, we did, and we will get the truth out there. Ladies and gentlemen, Nazir Afzal, and he does deserve a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, because he was the only man at the time. Let me just say how it was. When he became Crown Prosecution Lead for Greater Manchester, he had to check the itinerary of evidence. When he checked the evidence, he seen there was a baby fetus held on ice in evidence of a 13-year-old girl. It was at that point he double-crossed Keir Starmer, who was his boss, and said, no, this is DNA evidence I'm going to pursue. He was told not to pursue because these girls' chaotic lifestyles were the reason for their own abuse. Bullshit. There was child abuse. He told us. No, he told us. As well. Sir Peter Fahey. Sir Peter Fahey was Greater Manchester Chief of Police. He was the one in the Free Girls programme that you watched. The copper at the table that said, this is a girl's lifestyle choices. This is not for the police to act upon. That's who that is. He must be held to account. But he wasn't. He was giving OBEs and MBEs instead. The first inquiry into the abuse of Rochdale came through Labour MP, actually, by the name of Anne Coffey, and she exposed her own party. It's very hard to get these reports, but they're out there if you want to source them. Take nothing what I said for granted. Please go away and check everything I said. Fact check me, because I've done the work. I'm just giving it to you on a plate. Go and have a look. It's all there. Excuse me, guys. Right, so the first, Andy Burnham says, we've had ICSA inquiry. Well, the ICSA inquiry never covered Rochdale grooming scandal. It covered Knoll View. It covered Cambridge House. It covered Smith Street toilets. That's 3 scandals already. It's covered them, but it never ever delved into, not just in Rochdale, but right around the UK. ICSA inquiry was told, do not get involved in the grooming gangs. Do not look into grooming gangs. So what Andy Burnham did, he says, let's have an operation review. Let's have a look at a sheriff review into Operation Augusta. And this is when we actually found out the true horrors of what was happening in my town of Rochdale. Well, there wasn't 49. It turned out there was hundreds. There was hundreds.
And they're still doing it.
Yes, sir, they are.
It's still going on.
Then they did, we'll have a look at Operation Span. Operation Augusta, ICSA inquiry, now we're on to Operation Span. And it's covering the same thing, police investigations into the abuse of children. And nothing happened. Ladies and gentlemen, of the 3 inquiries I've just shown you, the Real Voices by Anne Coffey, the GMCA, Augusta and Span reports, the ICSA report, I can tell you now, not one person of authority has been held to account for them 4 reports. Yet in them 4 reports it shows corruption, it shows cronyism, it shows malfeasance, malpractice, and it shows an absolute failure to protect our children. The Rochdale Observer is my local paper. This was about 3 weeks ago. That's the headline.
They were stopped.
Vulnerable youngsters were treated as sex slaves. Children raped and abused in hotels, police data suggests. The data didn't tell them. I fucking told them. Sorry, I told them. Many a times I told them 24/7 in Oldham was being used as a pit stop for paedophiles. It's never been busted. It's never been rolled over. They've never checked.
They need to collect children, girls.
So I held a protest in St Peter's Square on the 22nd of last month, and I did so because of this headline: officers won't be punished. Despite Operation Augusta, ICSA and Span, officers will not be punished for grooming gang failures.
And they're over there.
It's summer!
I'm coming to him next, my love. No one escapes, Billy.
Good job, Billy!
Ladies and gentlemen, Keir Starmer.
No!
Listen, a bit louder because he can't hear you. Keir Starmer was leader of public prosecutions.
Internationalist, globalist nonce!
He issued Nazir Afzal and memo saying these girls' chaotic lifestyles were the reason for their own abuse.
Because he
Accountable action. Accountable
He
action.
enjoyed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jackie Smith.
He
I said, ladies and gentlemen, Jackie Smith. the former Deputy Prime Minister, the former Home Secretary, and the one who sent the memo to Neil Rochdale saying these girls' chaotic lifestyles were the reason for their own abuse. Accountable action in the dock, go to jail. Ladies and gentlemen, Gordon Brown, the former Prime Minister. No, he must have to hear you. You've got to do it louder than that. Because it was ultimately his decision for the UK's children to be disregarded, abused at the rate of knots, not just in Rochdale, but right around the country. This guy should be held to account. This guy should be arrested. This guy should be in the dock. Guys, I want to thank you for listening to me today. Guys, this is going to go from strength to strength to strength. There might not be hundreds of thousands of people here, and the quantity, the quality of people that are here, that's what we're going to focus on. Yeah? The quality of people that are here shows that you have a proper heart and that you actually care. Going forward, I'll be working with these guys, standing with these guys all the way. Thank you guys, thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Billy Howard. If there was more people in this country like him, we wouldn't have a child abuse problem.
Our next speaker his name's Anthony Wood. He's got a story to tell. I just want to say something, yeah? So you boys from Birmingham, thank you for coming. Leicester, thank you for coming. I just bumped into a fucking, sorry to swear, some of my friends that are from London, under the underpass going to the pub, right? Listen, listen. Like Billy said, this ain't about amount of people here. It's about the quality. I want to say thank you all for coming. Please stay with us. Yeah, when we leave here, we're marching, handing letters. Yeah. If people that walk away, I don't want them here, right? Because they're only here to get on the piss, and I don't want that, right? All you boys that have travelled down, all the ladies, the families, thank you for coming. Yeah, thank you. Sorry about that rant, but it just pissed me off. Right, listen. Right, the next speaker is the founder of NAGA. His name's Anthony Wood. Please give him a round of applause, yeah?
Oh, you can do better than that. Listen to this story. Anthony Wood from Telford, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah?
Hello.
Telford, come to Telford. Remember that? Well, listen what happens when you come to Telford. Anthony, take it.
You all right? All right, guys. So yeah, I'm from Telford. I set up NAGA. We had, let's put it this way, we had some issues. Oh, sorry. Unfortunately, I had to take a step away for a while, and we had some issues and some threats, etc. It's cost me a lot, to be fair. But I wanted to come here today to, because this is important that we all come together for the children. I want to start on the 16th of January this year. Yvette Cooper made a statement in Parliament where they rejected a national inquiry. They then put forward an idea for 5 mini inquiries in different towns and cities. Now, in this statement, she also said that Telford is the blueprint for these inquiries. Now, that shouldn't be treated as true, and I'll go into why. But now, the Telford inquiry, originally, when they were pushed for the inquiry, a letter was issued to the Home Office, and it was signed by 10 people in positions of power, including the Crime Commissioner, leader of the Liberal Democrats, multiple Labour councillors, head of Child and Family Services, and most notably was the head of the council, a man called Sean Davis. Now, none of these people lost their jobs. None of them. In fact, Sean Davis is now the MP for Telford. And most recently, he abstained from voting for a national inquiry. And he's not issued a statement as to why he's done that. He's been a coward. Also recently, there's a prolific child abuser, a danger to Telford, who is due to be released. Sean Davis has received multiple emails by members of the public. He hasn't replied to a single email. He hasn't issued a single statement. Now, regards to the Telford inquiry, the reason why I say it shouldn't be used as a blueprint for nationally is in the Telford inquiry there's a terms of reference, and in this terms of reference it states that if someone is to make a complaint about a person, an allegation about a person or an organisation, then that person or organisation has a right to reply, and their inquiry will then approach them and name the person who's made the allegation. Now, what survivor is going to want to speak about that to the inquiry? How many people refuse to speak to the inquiry because of that? It doesn't get to the scale of the issue. There were, on the back of this inquiry, there were no prosecutions. Nobody lost their jobs. So please tell me how that is a blueprint for Yvette Cooper.
Protectionism.
We need a national inquiry. We need to know what's going on in every single town and city. We need, for those people that have been complicit with the abuse of survivors, who turned a blind eye, they need to be prosecuted, or at the very least lose their jobs. And if they're retired, they lose their pensions, and their pension pots should go to every victim and survivor that they failed. All of it. Now I want to touch on what Billy mentioned earlier about Jackie Smith. Now there's Jackie Smith and Gordon Brown. Jackie Smith was the then Home Secretary, Gordon Brown the Prime Minister. We all know about the memo that went round that was said that these girls were making lifestyle choices. These children. Now children can't vote for these people because they can't make a choice. They're not old enough to make a choice. So they can't vote to get these people in power. So how can they decide what they're doing when they're being raped on a daily basis? It's not a lifestyle choice. Their actions and that memo has led to countless survivors being abused. Countless victims, countless children, and this could have been avoided. The toll, not just on the survivors, their families. I've met with the families, I've met with fathers, I've sat with fathers for hours upon end and hearing their despair at how they feel. It affects the whole family. And these have all been because of the actions of successive governments. The Tories they're not getting out of this either. They've been just as bad. The mental health services, they don't care. They see survivors as too complex, too complicated. And then I want to get on to the people that get forgotten about this. The children that are born out of abuse. I know many survivors I've spoke to. These children are like their guardians, their saviours. They stop them going through further abuse. But these children are born with the same scars and they have the same trauma, and there is no help or support from them, even when they're adults. I want to touch on a case in Telford to show how bad the authorities have been over the years. A father went to the police because his daughter was being abused. He pleaded with the police for help. The police response was that we know all about this perpetrator. He's fathered multiple children with multiple underage girls. They did nothing. This same case, this same girl.
Sorry, Anthony, just in case nobody out there heard that, can you say that again, please, Anthony?
They did nothing. This same girl was then, from this abuse, became pregnant. She went to the social services with her perpetrator when she's pregnant, and she's a child. Again, they did nothing. Where is a professional curiosity? Why weren't questions asked? I spoke to multiple police officers, be it current serving and retired officers, and they use the same word about these girls, these children. They were feral. How do you expect these children to be when they're being abused daily, when they're being plied with drugs? Do you think they're going to go to school? They're going to do their homework? They're going to mind their P's and Q's? They're going to be like normal children? Do you really think that's going to happen? There was no professional curiosity. Nobody asked why. Nobody asked why they were like this. Now it's a bit of a shorter one to do with, but I just want to leave it on this. The children are the most important people in every society. And it's everyone's duty to safeguard them, including all of us. Together, we will do what we can to ensure these failures never happen again and children are safe. And also, I want to, especially in this city more than any, kids just need to put down their knives as well. I want to send my love to my wife and all the other survivors out there. You're all amazing people. Thank you all, and God bless.
This is the reason I do this. These are my grandchildren. I've got 13 grandchildren.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you all to bear with us here, right, because we've got a really, really special lady that's going to talk to you, but she's, for one reason or another, we don't put her face in public, okay? So we're talking about survivors here, for these people to come and talk. So, this young lady, who we call Lady X, is from Rotherham, and she's got a real story to tell you. So she's sitting over there, behind that screen, and she's going to tell you a story about what's gone on in Rotherham, and I'd ask you all to listen. So give her a massive round of applause, please, because it's very brave to do this. Time, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah? So my name's Jackson. Yes. Hello, Jackson, everyone. Come on!
Right, ladies and gentlemen, listen up, please. After you, young lady.
Hello everyone, I am Elizabeth and I come from a small northern town. Some people may have never heard of it before the day of the 26th of August 2014, when my hometown dominated every news channel, every radio station, every newspaper, and everyone was talking about the day. We become known as having the biggest child protection scandal ever seen in this country. We was known not just nationally but worldwide. My hometown is the infamous Rotherham. I am a grooming gang survivor of the Pakistani grooming gangs, and I am one of an estimated 1,500 plus children identified in the Alexis J report into Rotherham. One of those children that not only was abused, trafficked and raped, but was systematically failed on an industrial scale. Those that was paid to protect turned a blind eye blissfully and became complicit in the evil and horrendous abuse of children. I have always said the only reason they said sorry was because they was caught brushing this national epidemic under that big carpet they like to have as a belonging. They seem to push the narrative that Rotherham was somewhat a mistake. No, Rotherham wasn't a mistake, it was a conspiracy. Children was fed to the wolves while the perpetrators were allowed to roam free. I was abused over a period of 4.5 years. I won't go into details, but please take a second to just imagine your worst nightmare times 1,000, and you probably still wouldn't get to the place what hundreds of children have experienced. The isolation, the fear, the normalisation of such abuse. I could go on forever. But those feelings are not what an adult faced, it was a child. Children should feel nothing but safety and to live a happy childhood. I have took the consequences of other people's crimes against me since being 14. I am now 37. During my abuse in just a period of 10 weeks, I was kept in a flat for the purpose to abuse and rape me. During the 10 weeks, my parents contacted the police over 200 times. No action was taken until something changed one day. They decided to take action. They arrested my dad. Not once, but twice. His crime, he tried to get me out of the property that his daughter was getting abused daily in. Looking back now, just that one event as an adult, how is that even right that during that period he was the only one made accountable for my abuse? An innocent man who was going out of his mind took priority for arrest over the abusers. One of my abusers was a woman that preyed on young children to then facilitate the abuse with high intelligence already gathered on this offender. From 1999, that's 4 years before I became a victim. The intelligence was that this particular offender had set up a fake rape crisis hotline to lure girls into exploitation. This was shut down by South Yorkshire Police in 1999. Rotherham Borough Council gave her a taxi contract to pick children up from school. She went under 9 different names. The intelligence around her was to a very high level, but still she did what she did without no consequences. When the J report came out in Rotherham, some people may have felt anger and upset and so many other emotions. I felt relieved. I felt vindicated, but I also knew that finally I was at that label of a naughty child that was responsible for my own abuse. The world knew we were telling the truth. That day of the J report into Rotherham becomes the first step into my journey of becoming a survivor. The day I knew I had to fight not only for myself, but for all those that didn't have a voice. In my journey of campaigning, I have been blessed with meeting some amazing people that have been through absolute hell, and I look at them and think, how did we do it? How did we survive? We fought against the odds, and here we are once again, being shoved on the back burner. We get media attention for a while and then it disappears. We get false promises from those that can make the changes, and then they let us down. The same old vicious circles. Then after all those times, something changed this year. One man in a different part of the world changed the narrative. Elon Musk. He gave us a voice once again. Our stories rose once again. Then we saw a call for a national inquiry, and the government stood in Parliament, told the thousands of survivors and their family, no, your voices and your need for justice and truth won't be heard or given. How is this right, and how can they justify such contempt against us? I stand here today and I am calling, and won't stop calling, for a national inquiry into the abuse and torture of children perpetrated by the grooming gangs. We need this. We need the true extent throughout the country. We need to know the statistics to have proper data. We need to hold those that failed to account. We need to join the dots and make it what it is, organised crime. We need to see people being compelled to speak. We need to see action, not only for us that have suffered, but for this country's children. They are our future. They should be safe and never be faced with such evil. I just want to say a huge thank you to every single person stood out here today. You took part in making a stand for the children of this country, but you also gave a little bit of hope to every single survivor in this country that their voices will keep being heard. It is my aim now to educate others and make a difference, locally, nationally and globally. We know thanks to the police, professionals, schools and social services who also prevented me accessing education. They were complicit in my abuse as hundreds of meetings were held, reports written and child protection referrals made. The number one opening statement in most meetings was a countdown to my 18th birthday, and then no one had a legal obligation. Just think about that. Out of the 4.5 years of abuse due to missing and destroyed paperwork, I have only one perpetrator who's been sentenced. He was sentenced to 9 years in 2018. By 2020, he was allowed to go to open prison. He did just 2.5 years in a closed prison. Licence conditions was granted that he must not come to Rotherham again. Just 8 months after he was released, he was seen just half a mile away from my home. he is now being recalled. The system does not work, it is broken. We must all stand together and demand that this change and the law is properly implemented for the children. We must see an end to this national epidemic. Thank you all for listening and God bless you all.
That's why we're here today, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of survivors here in the crowd, and that's one of them there. She's a very brave lady. So let's hear it again, please. Please, thank you.
The next speaker is a young lady named Gemma Jones. Sorry, it's fine, Sydney Jones. Please listen to her story, yeah?
Big up, big up.
Thank you. This is my first time telling my story, so I'm very nervous, but I'll be okay. And I might cry, but that's fine. Thank you. Almost 14 years ago, my parents heard their precious 5-year-old daughter say that she had licked her half-brother's bum and white stuff came out. On a quiet Sunday morning of June 9th in 2011, my brother, who was 12 at the time, had licked my private parts and made me lick his. After I told my parents about this, 4 days later on the Thursday, they reported this to the police, not knowing what else to do. Wasn't that a mistake? When I was being interviewed about this incident, my parents had to sit outside the interview room where they heard every single word of what I had been through and what I was made to do because the walls were so thin. Months later, found out on a phone call with the police about a previous incident involving my brother. Most mothers and fathers will think the same thing when a police officer refers to a previous incident. My God, my son has been abused. That was their concern, that was my parents' concern. But they were wrong. In November of 2006, my brother was at his 7-year-old friend's house, all playing with his friend who was 7 and his 3-year-old toddler brother. This friend's mother walked into the room and discovered them all committing fellatio on each other, and my brother had instigated this. My brother abused a 3-year-old child before he abused me, and my dad had no idea. We spoke to Norfolk County Council about this, and when my dad did not know about this previous incident, Norfolk County Council did reply to us. My father did not have parental responsibility over his son, as he was divorced from my brother's mother, and so anything that my brother did, my dad wouldn't know about. We submitted a complaint to the Ombudsman demanding answers and demanding an apology from me for the council and social services causing my sexual assault. Not only this, but they would put my friends in danger when they would come round. The council got back to us again. They refused to issue me an apology because they don't think it would have made a difference if my parents knew. I would have been sexually assaulted either way. I have not received justice for what happened to me, and I will never get the justice that I deserve and what those other children deserve. Thank you. 14 years later, it's time to hold the council accountable. I speak directly to Paul Coroner and Chris Heisman, the 2 people who refused to apologise to me. You are both an embarrassment. I have it in writing, black and white, that you don't think a 5-year-old girl deserves an apology because of your failures. You are both responsible, not only for a little girl being sexually assaulted by a big brother, but a young girl losing the person she held closest. I haven't seen my brother since it happened. Growing up, I would hold his photograph and I would cry. I would ask my parents where he went. I even asked them whether he had died. I don't know how many single fathers are listening, but that every single parent should know if their children are at risk. We always tell our children to be safe in the big wide world. Don't take candy from strangers. Don't go somewhere alone with a stranger, and always keep your wits about you. But sometimes we don't know the threat that we allow into our own home. The threat could be staring you right in the face, telling you, "I love you, Daddy," but meanwhile sexually abusing your little daughter right under your nose. Between September 2023 and 24, there were 3,870 sexual offences in Norfolk. 1,120 victims were between the ages of 11 and 17, and 400 were 10 or under. However, out of the 2,824 suspects that were identified, 560 were of secondary school age. 131 were of primary school age. 131 primary school children raped or sexually assaulted someone in 1 year. This is a statistic that needs investigating, not just for the welfare of their victims, but also for the perpetrator themselves. Children taking an interest in sex at a very young age, committing vile acts against others, is often a sign of serious abuse or negligence inside the home, and we shouldn't look away from these facts. We need justice for every single abused child. We need to stop offering a slap on the wrist for those caught with child abuse content, trying to meet up with children for sex and abuse as a whole. Thank you.
This is why we started this campaign. There ain't a lot here today, but trust me, we are not going nowhere. We are not going nowhere. This is just the start of this campaign. The next speaker.
One second, ladies and gentlemen. Just something I'd like to point out. Amongst what we just heard there, from that very brave young girl, right? People, please ignore that. They're only idiots. They're idiots, ignore them. They know what they're doing. They're just trying to disrupt us. And look, they're just trying to disrupt what we're doing, and it's sad. Leave them alone, leave them, let go. Let go, we're better than this. We're here for the children. They're clearly not here for the children, okay? So let go, because they're not doing what they're doing.
Hi there, how are you?
All these famous ones. All the famous ones. All these famous people, all these celebrities, do you ever hear them apologise? Any one of them. Tell me any one of these people who do this to young children that don't apologise. They don't apologise because they're all full of self-pity. Right? No? Boys, well done. Well done. Come back over here. Right, let go. They're just trying to disrupt things. We ain't going to let them disrupt them because our children are more important than that. Let's hear it. Let's hear it for our children. Yeah. They're not here for our children. We're all here for our children. And we started something today. We're going to grow it. We're going to build it. And every one of you people here today, in a few years' time, are going to be saying, I was there on the first one. Because we're going to take this around the country. We're going to go to all these places where all these very brave young girls come from. Survivors they are. They're not victims, they're survivors because they're fucking brave. And they're very brave to get up here and talk about all this because they got my respect. And you're doing well here not to cry every time. Because I've been making a documentary and a few of us involved in this, right? We've been doing this for 8 or 9 years. And you'll be able to see this documentary in the next couple of months. And we're trying to raise awareness. We're trying to highlight what's been going on in this country for decades and what's still going on our watch, because it is our watch, because it's all our children. It's going on our watch. It's our watch, because we're parents and we've got responsibilities. We stick up for children, do we? Do we stick up for children? Fucking right we do. Excuse my language. So, I'm going to get you back to Phil now, and he's going to tell you who we've got now.
You're a bit tall. Right, the next lady, her name's Sinead. She's got a story to tell about her son being bullied. They're from a group in Islington called Concerned Parents. Please put your hands together for Sinead.
Hi everyone, my name's Sinead and I'm here today as a concerned parent to all of the recent robberies and knife crime that's been taking place in the area. Back in November, my son was a victim of a robbery. He's 13 and autistic, very sensitive boy. But what followed after his robbery was just as shocking as the robbery itself, was the complete failure of the system that was supposed to protect him. My son was simply walking home from school when 2 boys on electric scooters followed him. They threatened him, mocked him, humiliated him, searched his pockets and waistband, and then stole his phone. Imagine being a child, alone, terrified and powerless in that moment. As soon as I found out, I contacted the police and I was told someone would come that evening. They never came. The next morning I called again and I was told someone would come again that day. They never did. It wasn't until I publicly called them out on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter that I finally got a response. 11 days after my son was robbed and threatened with a knife by boys a lot older and bigger than him, 11 days of fear, distress and feeling let down by the very people who were supposed to protect us. Unfortunately, after my son's incident, lots more followed. This was involving lots of his classmates, which made it even more terrifying, knowing it may well happen again. One of his school friends was robbed at knife point right outside a busy shop on a main road at 8:30 in the morning. A knife was held to his throat and his phone was taken. What makes this even more heartbreaking is that the victim's parent was deaf, and after the attack he had to run back to school and use a teacher's phone to FaceTime his parents and sign what had happened to him. The poor boy didn't return to school for weeks and is now relocating from the area as he's been left traumatised. Nobody seems to understand the after impact that this has on the children and the anxiety that they feel after. After I posted about my son's robbery on Facebook, I was flooded with messages from other parents. Parents telling me that their children had been victims too. This had been happening for weeks, even months, and I just thought to myself, enough is enough. So we came together and organised a community meeting. Parents, grandparents, local police officers, counsellors and even teachers from the victim's school attended. We sat down to address what was happening and what could be done to fix it. We were promised more police patrols, safe havens, victim support and more CCTV. This was not followed through. We saw some action here and there, but it lasted at most 2 days. Once my son was brought in for an interview and was told that there were leads to his attackers, he was sat in an isolated room with no windows. He was not allowed to have parent present and had to relive the ordeal. After almost 2 hours of giving his victim statement and having to relive the trauma, no arrests were made and nothing was followed up. Still today, 4 months later, I've still not heard anything back, regardless of all the emails I've been sending. On 3 occasions, I reached out to victim support, as this has affected my son terribly and is still affecting him now. He will not even walk out the door. We have not heard anything back from them. This cannot continue, and that's why I'm standing here today demanding real change for our kids. We need more police presence on the streets, police patrolling on foot. We need local community support officers back on the streets and CCTV. This has to be prioritised over traffic cameras and traffic wardens, which we know is not the case. I want councils and governments to stop manipulating data. Stop telling us that the crime rates are low simply because it's been a half term and the children have not been at school. Stop showing us misleading statistics to make it seem like things are improving when clearly we can see it's getting worse. This isn't about my son, this is about every child, every parent and every family who are being failed by the system that is supposed to protect us.
Yes,
we can't stay silent any longer. Thank you.
Listen, I'm sorry about that, I was shot off the stage. Can we have a big hand for Sinead, please, yeah? Look, it's raining, yeah? If you're willing to stay here, we're willing to carry on, yeah? Because when this finishes, we want you all, I know a few have drifted away, but whoever's here, we want you to walk with us to the Home Office. We're going to be handing in letters on the way, yeah? We will end at the Home Office, and we'll end in our final letter, yeah? Please stay. I know it's raining, but if you're willing to stay, we carry on, yeah? Yeah? Wicked. Right, our next speaker is a survivor from Telford. Again, she's very nervous. She doesn't really want to get on the stage, which I can understand. She's got a story to tell. Please put your hands together for Mrs. X.
Hi guys, this is the first time I've spoke out on a public stage like this, and to write down what we went through was very hard, so I guess I should say that my nightmare began in the last year of high school. I was friends with a large group of people who you could call the popular group, one of whom was a Pakistani lad who befriended me. I was encouraged to meet up with him in town on a Saturday, whereby I was introduced to his brothers and elder members of his family and his community. The abuse started after being told they'd take me for a meal, and we were systematically raped in the back of restaurants. I can't tell you how many years this was going on for, because we were fed Class A drugs, and the majority of the time we were knocked out. At the time we didn't realise that it was called grooming, because going back to when I was young, there wasn't such a word. They would give us drugs in cigarettes and said it was weed. It wasn't until myself and a few other girls started feeling really poorly that we realised it was heroin. After the addiction started, then we were literally held down and fed heroin on a regular basis, to the extent where we were literally knocked out and gang raped on a regular basis. I can't tell you the amount of times I've been overdosed, and I can't tell you the amount of times I've been in hospital, to the extent where I was given end of life. None of the perpetrators were ever caught. I managed to escape for 6 years and left my hometown. When I returned after I met somebody in a different town and was pregnant, as soon as I returned to my hometown, the main perpetrator knocked on my door. I don't know how he found out where I lived, and I was told I'd got to sell heroin for them. There was no chance of refusals. They took my house keys, they took my bank card, they took everything, every single bit of identification I had, and they had keys to the house, so they would turn up at the house whenever they felt like it. I can't tell you the amount of times I was overdosed for days at a time. I can't tell you the amount of perpetrators. I just know that there was many times where I would be hospitalised, ripped from front to back and had to be stitched up. Overdosed, I've had acid thrown on me. I'm disabled for the rest of my life. It burnt my hip joint out. I can't walk without aid. I went to the police. I told them exactly what was going on. I told them who the perpetrators were. I told them where the drugs are coming from. I told them when the drugs were being delivered. I had panic buttons in the house. Every time I pressed the panic button, nobody would respond. The hospitals brushed it all onto the carpet. I was on life support 4 times. I've had open heart surgery because I was forced to take dirty drugs. Everything was brushed under the carpet. The police then raided my house, and I told the probation service everything that was going on. I gave them the names of all the officers that were concerned. I told them about the panic buttons in the house. I got to magistrates court. I was told by my legal team that I wouldn't go to prison. It was my first offence. And when I got to Crown Court, there was no mention of any of the Pakistanis. There was no mention of any of the police officers involved. And I was sentenced to 12 months in prison. My son was 8 months old. I missed his first steps. I missed his first words. I was transferred into a Class A prison along with Rose West and other murderers. And when I was released from prison, the perpetrators were waiting at the gates. I then went through 10 more years of systematic abuse and forced to sell Class A drugs. The police knew all along what was going on. They never acted. They never protected me. They never protected any of the other survivors in Telford. Rest in peace, Lucy Lowe. Rest in peace, Gemma Oakley. None of us survivors ever got any justice until 2012, whereby out of over 200 Pakistani males that were questioned, only 11 stood trial. One was, the ringleader was released last week. He's got a 6-month ban from coming into Telford, then he can return. So I'm absolutely terrified that he's going to knock my door again. But unfortunately, now I'm a lot older, I'm a lot wiser, I'm a lot stronger, and now I'm going to speak up for all the survivors. I'm going to speak up for every single survivor out there that never got justice, that's still here to tell the story. We are strong. We are strong. It's time that these people were held accountable. Not just the perpetrators, not just the Pakistani groomers, but the people that covered it up as well. All those from social services, from Telford Council, from the police force. Shame on them. Shame on every single one of them. We are strong. Us survivors are strong. And as this movement moves on and we go to different towns, hopefully more girls will be able to come forward and tell their stories. Thank you for listening to me. God bless you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
Right, before the next speaker, I want to say something to you. There was a protest earlier down the road. They were pro-Palestinians. They're not counter-protesting us. Yeah, they're not. Their protest is finished. Yeah, their protest is finished. If they're walking through, they're not. Please ignore them. They're not come here to counter us. Yeah, we don't just ignore them. I don't know if they're going to come through. I've been told that their protest is finished. But please don't let them disrupt what we're doing. Yeah, please. Some of them might even support us. I don't know, but just ignore them. Yeah, but mate, listen. We just don't need the hate. All right.
Okay, hello guys, so I have the honour and privilege of announcing this next speaker. Alan, like myself, has campaigned for decades after decades. Like myself, is also a survivor of abuse. This guy has done so much to unveil the abuse, not in Beach Home House. If it weren't for this guy and the people who were with him, we'd never know about it. So please give him a nice, loud, warm welcome. Alan Merritt, ladies and gentlemen.
I can feel myself welling up before we even started. It's very, very difficult for a child abuse survivor to stand in front of people and tell him how they were tortured as a child. This little boy you see on this picture, look at his eyes. This little boy you see is Alan Merritt, the guy standing before you today. The little boy could not speak out. He was beaten, he was abused, he was punished. He was psychologically, physically and mentally tortured by state institutions. Government interference in child abuse. If I said to you, when they talk about numbers, it's off the Richter scale. 400 million children abused worldwide. 8.5 million in this country. The children's home that I was in goes back to the 1800s. 1800s, where the poor children from the Kensington workhouses were sent to Beach Home to work. We colonialised the world on child abuse. We sent our children to all four corners of the world. We've never done anything about grooming, trafficking, satanic ritual abuse or historic children abuse. Never. Not one politician will stand up in Parliament and in saying chamber, we need a public inquiry. This children's home had 900 children in it. Beach Home in Banstead, Surrey, not too far away from where we are now. They used to torture children in the bathrooms. The bathrooms they waterboarded. You see this big wall behind you at Buckingham Palace? Walk round the corner. You don't need diplomatic cars to go out the front gate like Prince Andrew did. He came out them side gates and walked over to Grosvenor Place and Belgravia, where Q Stark had a basement flat. And there was many people. Melanie Shaw, I will speak up for Melanie Shaw. Other people might not. She can't speak for herself because she's on licence. She's been told to shut up or she will go back to prison. We have 3,000 political prisoners in prisons today for speaking about the state interference in child abuse. Make it clear. Let me read you some statistics. And if you sinks in, but this is Margie. Now you saw a picture of myself. Hang on a minute, let me see if you saw a picture of mine. Look, that image says it all. Children are doing that this very moment. They're putting their hand up to their abuser and they're saying, stop! Stop hurting me! Stop! One in 4 women have been raped or sexually assaulted since the age of 16. 1 in 6 children have been sexually abused. 1 in 18 men have been raped or sexually assaulted since the age of 16. The Crime Survey of England and Wales, the CSEA, estimated that 1 in 5 adults aged 18 to 74 years experience at least one form of child abuse, whether emotional abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, or witnessing domestic violence or abuse before the age of 16. 8.5 million people. Many cases of child abuse remain hidden. Around 1 in 7 adults who called the National Association of People Abused in Childhood, the NAPAC, helpline in the last year alone, had not told anybody about their abuse before. They were too frightened. Their dignity had been taken. They took their innocence away. In the year of ending in March 2019, Childline delivered 19,847 counselling sessions to children in the UK were about, the primary concern was 1 in 20 of the sessions resulted in referral to external agencies. On the 31st of March in 2019, 49,570 children in England and 4,810 children in Wales were looked after by their local authority because of the experience and the risk of abuse or neglect. Around half adults, or 52%, have experienced abuse before the age of 16. Also experienced domestic abuse later in compared to 13% of those that did not experience abuse before the age of 16. When I was 4 years of age, my abuse started at home. My father took a leather belt to a 4-year-old child. Our streets were the playgrounds. We would throw jumpers on the floor and make goalposts out of them. We would bang tins on the street floor and play tin can Tommy. We made our own to there. We stood outside pubs morning, noon and night until CCOs came and took us away. Today they're called social workers. In my day they were called child care officers. They didn't care about us. They had no incline in us at all. This is a picture of me and my brother. This is the primary school in Beecham. The one that I told you goes back to the 1800s. They told me and my brother, you had to smile in this picture. If you didn't smile, you would be punished. You'd get beaten and abused. You had to smile. These pictures that I'm holding up in front of you, they are real life. This is actual true. This is what happened to the children. Look at our eyes. It's all in the eyes. My eldest sister, Anne, 5 years my senior. I used to call her Mummy Anne because she looked after me. Mummy Anne, look at her eyes, people. Look at the eyes of these children. The torture and the torment. This is what they used to do. They used to put you in shorts. These shorts, you look like an orphan. You look like you don't belong anywhere. Your clothes had labels in them. You was labelled an orphan. They would call you a retard. I couldn't read or write when I was 13 because I had abusers. 7 abuses in Beecham. I had 7 out of 4 cottages that they placed me in. They'd slap the back of your legs until it was red raw. And then they would put you in acid baths. They would put you in baths with vim. They would put you in baths with bleach. They would use carbolic soap on you. They put carbolic soap in my mouth and said, we'll wash your mouth out with soap. It burn, it stone you. They use floor scrubbing brushes and it tore the skin off your back. The acid soap that they used on you.
We are with you.
Burn you. They abuse you in the dormitories. When they talk about race, it's all part of the political narrative. We sat round the same dining room table with different colours and creeds of children from all over the world, of all different colours. They were eating the same food as us. If you didn't eat it, it was put before you again the next day and forced you to eat it. If they abused the same children in the dormitories, in the bathrooms, in the torture chambers. 4 of my family abused in Beecham, Banstead, Surrey. 4 of them, 2 sisters and another brother. Thank you. This little boy here is me with other children from the children's home. They can't tell their story. I'm telling the story. There's a picture of a guy in the background called Whiteman. He was a school teacher. I had a couple of abusers in the school. He would chase you round the pocket. The picture I showed you of me in shorts. You own nothing. You didn't even own an Anki. You was a child in an orphanage. He'd chase you round the corners of the playground, get hold of you, and he'd rifle through your top pockets, knowing full well that you did not possess anything. He was rifling in your pockets just to feel you. The perverse man went on to a place called Shirley Oaks. I can assure every single one here, Beecham was far worse than Shirley Oaks. Save our children, everybody. Well, listen, what can I say about that? Listen, we're now going to march to the Home Office. We want you all to join us, yeah? Please don't go away. I know we ain't got great numbers here, but come, just join us, walk into the Home Office. It's only a little, it's not hours and hours, it's half hour at the most, yeah? We're going to hand in letters on the way to the Department of Health and Social Care, the Department of Education, the CPS, and we'll end up at the Home Office. The Social Care and the CPS, we won't be passing. We were originally meant to be passing on the route, but the council decided to dig up the road, so we can't go down. So, but we will be handing them in still. We will be taking photos of the people handing them in. Come to us with fucking hell, see that? March with us to the Home Office, please, yeah? Don't go away, yeah? Listen, together we are stronger for our children, all right? Thank you all for coming. Thank you for your support.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we're here, see these two people on my right, you know, Phil.
Oh, yeah. And the back one, yeah.
The lovely Karen. Right, first of all, can you give these two people a massive round of applause, please, because they've done so much work to do with it.
Before we march, I want to thank all the stewards, all the security. These people have all done this. They're volunteers today. They don't want no money. Yeah, we have fed them. Karen's made them sandwiches. Auntie Karen. But yeah, just I want to thank you all. Thanks a lot, yeah. All you people that are reporting on it, thank you for coming. We are not going away. I promise you, we will get stronger and bigger.
Just before we end, I just want to thank the person that's supplied the lorry stage for us, so that's Jamie Owens and Skips. Elton Digital Printing for the banners, which are amazing. You need banners, look them up, guys. HSS for the barriers. The driver, Mark, thanks very much for getting it all here. And
ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Guy Gerard, give you
and Steve for our planning system, thanks very much. And again, just thanks everyone for being here. You're amazing, and you've made such a hard thing for these survivors a lot easier. You've listened to their stories, and they can't thank you enough, and neither can we. Thanks.
His laptop full of cruel intention.
Don't give up this record.
Showed remorse, a judge will mention. A sentence gifted in suspension. He works in education, saved by legislation. The laws are a joke and the system is broke. It all needs investigation. For our sons and daughters, for all girls and boys, we must make a stand. We must make some noise. It's not too late.
The banner. Yeah, go on the banner. Where's the banner?
We must act as one. We must come together.
Very good. Oh yeah, there's a lot.
We're all going to gather in a minute on the left over here, because that's where we're going to march on, and we're going to be marching behind this banner here. So if you just wait, they're just going to bring the banner over, and then we're going to make our way up to Westminster. Right. Thank you once again, everyone that's here. I think these people are worth it, don't you? I think they deserve our support, and I think they deserve us to follow that approach, yeah? Thank you, everyone.
Hi Roy, how are you doing? You're right, good to see you. How's it been? Yeah, good to see you. Yeah. I did, yeah. Got some loads of TSG vans up there.
They're going down that way now.
They're going down towards there.
Yeah.
loads of police at this one.
Decided they're going to block it all off now.
Will it kick off? That's the question.
Well, apparently I've heard there's some pallies in Westminster.
Really?
So, I mean, they just walked past to see what happened there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I didn't expect that.
Police over there. Get a shot of the police and... Oh, there are TSG horses over there. Yeah.
Oh. Yep. Excuse me, man. Yep.
Can you all come in behind this banner, please? Just gather round, everyone. Yeah? If you want to come forward a little bit, there's people behind you. There's the president, nice photo.
I need pictures sent to me.
Yeah, definitely. So this is going to be marching now towards the Home Office, which is in Westminster. Thank you for joining the live broadcast. My name is Louis Errington. I'm an independent journalist and I cover a broad variety of protests and events on the channel. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification button so you stay notified whenever I go live or upload a new video. Excuse me, hi there. Why are you protesting today in central London?
Well, it's a protest. We're trying to get legislation better to protect our children. Children of all colours, creeds, races or religions. There's too much child abuse going on. People need to be held accountable for it, and the government in particular needs to get better legislation and better protection for the children.
What effect do you think this protest will have marching through London? Do you think members of the public will take notice of you guys here today?
I sincerely hope they do. At the end of the day, it's just for the children. It's simply about children that are suffering, children that are dying. Children are dying on our streets. Children are taking knives into schools. There's stabbings. There is child abuse. There is cover-ups. There are grooming gangs. Children are suffering in their thousands and families are suffering in their millions because of the misery. If we can't protect our children, we can't protect anyone, and I hope everybody takes notice of what we're doing today.
Yeah.
How do you want the UK government to respond to you guys? Do you think they'll take notice of you guys marching through Westminster?
Well, I sincerely hope they do. As I say, we're here to make the government listen to us. The government needs to talk to people, and the government needs to step up.
Yeah.
They really do need to step up for protection of children.
Pretend Keir Starmer's watching the stream now. What's your message to him and his government?
Hear my words.
Well, the message to the Prime Minister is simply, as I said, just to step up and better legislation, tougher sentences for child abusers, better checks on children. People who work with children, they need to be checked better, and we need to stop the abuse of children in any form.
Thank you very much for your time on camera. Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah, you know what I mean. How can you have a counter protest? Get peace and look at kids.
Who's that?
That's about counter.
Counter.
Palestine.
Did you go there?
No, here. They
Here,
came
I
up
saw
here.
it. I saw it.
I legged it. I legged
Yeah,
it.
same.
Did you get it?
I
Did you
got
get
it.
any?
Yeah, I got a bit of footage.
Send it
when
to
it came
me.
through. Yeah.
I'll put that as
To
a
my
video.
PC. Yeah.
No, it's on video.
Sorry. Sorry?
I just said that it was walk home.
You're not going to walk down there?
Through the next one, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Get
I'll
in
come
contact.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow. Yeah, all the best. Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah, good.
You good?
Got some people watching. Yeah, definitely.
We have to spread this message because it has to grow, you know.
Lovely. I'm just waiting for the traffic to stop.
Oh, they're stopped, don't worry, when we walk out there.
And walk slow. Don't walk like Tommy and run.
Huh? Tony, hold it there a second.
And walk slow.
I'm on salary anyway, so.
You always look good.
Right, we're now off on the march. Come on!
Taking a vote, yeah? We'll wait, yeah?
Save our children!
Save our children!
Save our children! Slow down.
Save the children! Save the children! Save the children!
Save the children!
Stop the knife crime!
Save the children!
Oh, you're right. Good to see you. Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah.
He wants to give mum my lot on full
Stammer out! 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 Stammer out!
Slow down, slow down. I bet the traffic behind.
Actual.
Please don't forget to share, folks. We're on our way now.
Save our children!
Save our children! Save our children! Protect them from Starmer. You right there, Claire?
We all good?
How you doing, baby?
I know.
We've got joy in our hearts.
I'm walking backwards, so slow down.
We've got joy in our hearts. Because we're bringing children down the lane.
Stammer out!
Stammer out!
Yeah.
Save our children!
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 Save our children! Save our children! Save our children! Save our children!
Save our children!
Save our children!
Save our children!
Save our children!
Save our children!
Save our children!
Save our children!
Save our children.
Save our children.
Save our children.
Save our children.
What do we want? Our children's safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children's safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children's safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
That's it.
What do we want?
Our children's safe. When do we want it?
Now. What do we want?
Our children's safe. When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children's safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Children's safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children's safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children's safe.
When do we want it?
Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now.
Save our children.
Save our children.
Save our children. Save our children. Save our children.
Save our children.
Save our children.
Save our children. Save our children. Save our children.
What do we want? When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children's safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children's safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
Somebody else take it.
So we're making our way down now from High Park Corner towards the police station. I estimate there's probably about 200 of us.
And I'll lead you all, wherever you may be, and I'll lead you all.
Our children's safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
Three TS2 vans.
What do we want? When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now.
What do we want?
Our children's safe.
What do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children's safe.
What do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children's safe.
What do we want it?
Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now.
Ian. Ian. As he's gone missing, he's going to wait for him. I think how well. Yeah.
Stay behind the banner.
I danced in the morning when the world was. I danced in the evening when I danced on the earth at bed. Dance, dance,
Keep walking.
I am the Lord of the dance, and need you. Wherever you may be, I need you all in the dance.
Save our children.
Save our children. Save our children.
What do we want?
Our children's safe.
What do we want?
Our children's safe.
That's handy. I might do the same.
From the paedophile.
Oh, that's just cheating.
What do we want? Our children's safe. Now. Our children's safe. Now. Our children's safe. Now.
And they say, and the judge said, look, they didn't know the laws.
When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! Save our children! Save our children! Save our children! Save our children!
Save our children!
Save our children!
Save our children!
Save our children! Save our children!
What do we want?
Our children safe!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
What do we want?
When do we want it?
Now!
Go on, girls!
Our children safe!
When do we want it?
Now!
Keep going, keep going.
Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now!
What do we want?
Our children safe!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Our children safe!
When do we want it?
Now!
Yes!
Save the children! Save the children! Save our children! Save our children! Save our children! Save our children!
We want our kids safe.
Our children safe! Now! Our children safe! Now! Our children safe! Now! Our children safe! Now! Our children safe! Now!
15 in front of the banner and approximately 200 behind the banner.
What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do you want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do you want it? Now! What do you want? Our children safe! When do you want it? Now! What do you want? Our children safe! When do you want it? Now! What do you want? Our children safe! When do you want it? Now! What do you want? Our children safe! When do you want it? Now! What do you want? Our children safe! When do you want it? Now! What do you want? Our children safe! When do you want it? Now! What do you want? Our children safe! When do you want it? Now! What do you want? Our children safe! When do you want it? Now! What do you want? Our children safe! When do you want it? Now! What do you want? Our children safe! When do you want it? Now! What do you want? Our children safe! When do you want it? Now! What do you want? Our children safe! When do you want it? Now! What do you want? Our children safe! When do you want it? Now! You've done well, girl. You've done well, girl. You've done well.
Save our children!
Take a breath.
Yeah.
Get one of these.
You've done well.
The film.
Save our children!
Save our children.
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 our children safe. Now. Our children safe. Now.
I'll see. Send me the yeah. The problem, Monday to Friday, I run a business. And it depends on what I'm doing. It's amazing. And now it's
What do we want? Starboard out! Starboard out! Starboard out! Starboard out! Right hand out! Starboard out! Starboard out! Traitors out! Who's traitors out? The dickhead! Traitors out! Traitors out! Traitors out! Traitors out! Traitors out! What do we want?
Our children safe.
Now! What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now!
You know it.
What do you want?
Our children safe.
When do you want it?
Now.
What do you want?
Our children safe.
When do you want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? Now! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Children safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
Save our children! What do we want? When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want? When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children safe. Now. Our children safe. Now.
What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
Our children safe. When do you want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now. Our children safe.
Tomorrow, yeah.
You need your helmet.
Our children
I
safe.
could, yeah.
Now.
I'll see if I have a spare one at home.
It's fine, it'll be okay.
Fair enough.
Hi.
Tomorrow could kick off.
Oh, it will fucking kick
Yeah, last year kicked off.
Did it?
And last year's, yeah, because I went to last year's. I interviewed Richard Tice there. Yeah, I interviewed Richard Tice at the Israeli one last year, yeah.
What do we want?
In Parliament Square.
When do we want it? Now. What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
He's on it.
What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now. Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now. Save our children. 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 Save our children.
What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Our children safe.
When do we want it?
Now. children safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now.
Channel 4, you scumbag!
Shame on you! 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 Shame on you!
Shame on you!
Shame on you!
Shame on you!
What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Our children safe! When do we want it? Now!
I would say there's probably about 50 in front of the banner and maybe 300 behind the banner.
Save our children!
Save our children!
Save our children! Save our children! Save our children! Save our children!
Good, thanks.
Then we had an incident with a group
What do we want?
of Palestinians who came over.
What do we want?
What do we want?
What do we want?
When do we want it? Now!
Our children safe!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Our children safe!
When do we want it? Now! What do we want?
Our children safe!
When do we want it? Now! What do we want?
Our children safe!
When do we want it? Now! What do we want?
Our children safe!
When do we want it? Now! What do we want?
Our children safe!
When do we want it? Now!
What do we want? Our children safe!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Our children safe!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Our children safe!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Our children safe!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Our children safe!
When do we want it? children safe. Now. Our children safe. Now. What do we want? Our children safe. When do we want it? Now. That's it. I'm done. I'm boiling. I'm so hot. I want a double whiskey. I think you just save our children! 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 Yeah, we do. Right, you ready to go again, guys? Yeah. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. Nice one. Okay. Wash your feet.
Get up.
Yeah, copy that. Actual, not here.
What do you want? Our children's safe.
Safe for them. Come on,
Our children's safe.
Now! Sort out the chat.
Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Our children's safe. When do we want it? What do we want? Our children's safe.
You want to sort out the chat? Live.
Yes, sir. Massively appreciated.
ASCP.
Are you alright? Yeah, right.
You're going to go ahead.
Have you got any mods in, guys? Right, he's going.
Whereabouts?
Stop here, yeah? Stop here. I thought you were going to hang in the building then.
That's it. I mean, the first Kingdom March. That was the one that inspired me to do it. Tommy brought all the little guys up and he said, we need more little meaty chants and stuff, right? And I was like,
I've been thinking. Look, I've never want to go on.
yeah.
I've only been on one thing, but I've got on it. I said one thing. I said, no one's ever asked me. No one's ever asked me what on the other side. Probably the first one you did. I see everyone else doing it.
Yeah. Right.
So, like, only what? I'm still 2020.
It's that bit that inspired me
Yeah,
to start doing it.
I'm up
Yeah.
No one's ever asked me.
I think so. I saw him earlier.
He left us with a beer, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to murder him.
Yeah.
Did you ask me to get them?
I've interviewed him many times before.
I've seen on your channel.
Yeah.
I've chatted to him over his X space, his Q&A on X spaces. I've not met him in person yet. And Disciples of Christ you've done as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I covered Disciples of Christ.
Yeah. When's the next one, do you know?
I'm not too sure. I'll check on the Twitter page now.
Okay.
See if they're doing an event coming up.
I'm pretty sure they are, but I can't remember when. I think it was possibly April or something.
I don't know when next. Yeah, I don't know when it is. Not too sure.
That's why I'm on there.
Yeah.
As well.
Same.
Yeah, if you're going to carry on doing them, because I want to try and
Yeah.
get some of them.
Definitely. Yeah.
Good stuff.
It's a good day today.
Yeah, it's been good. Considering it's the first event, I mean, I think you should be quite pleased with the crowd. I mean, there's only been about 5 of us on social media sharing this around.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I need to get fit if I'm going to do this more.
Definitely, yeah.
And give these up.
Yeah.
No, it's right.
Next one.
You was going to have to stay there.
Apparently TikTok banned UKIP this morning.
They have. Yeah, I saw. They were banned.
Terrible. I thought,
Yeah.
I wanted to think about it. It would have been a good opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, are you
What
ready?
is this where it's ended then?
I don't know what's going on with it.
Yeah.
Isn't there another one that Nick's doing today? I think there was another event somewhere in London, wasn't there?
We missed our
I lost
fight.
a lot when we went through the
Yeah.
buildings. You know where the workers
That
were?
one.
They cut the signal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We had to start again.
Nah, I lost quite a lot of viewers.
Yeah. Come round.
Related?
Yeah.
Are you?
Sorry?
Are you related?
Oh no, no, we're not.
Because your aunt or something.
Yeah.
Lewis!
Just come round.
Where are we going? 100 years ago, married a 6-year-old and great turret 9 years old, and they've been hiding that ever since. Pure evil was that man. It is of my belief that he was Satan himself. And when I've seen the work that's been done, that's why I wear my shirt here. The devil saw me, thought he had won. The devil saw me on my knees, thought he'd won. Until he heard me say, Amen. Because I've been at Speaker's Corner and seen where they will happily marry their children off. Where is our establishment going? And if we don't stand now and make it known that it's not just a few, it is the whole of the establishment. That's why the whole of the establishment have thousands of political prisoners, And look who is the main political prisoner at the moment. And when they're all together, what do they say? But what people don't realise, all these Met officers, what they don't realise, if they said no, the establishment crumble. And we've got to tell these people, money's not worth the wank if you're going to hell. So get them to say no, because from the bottom is what's holding the establishment up. And if these people that are enforcing these unjust laws said no, then the top will crumble.
And that would be justice being upheld. And we're in St. John's Square, and people forget that the love of Jesus Christ is the foundation of the law for his peace, for the whole
And
spirit
remember,
of peace.
when you go to work, when you go anywhere shopping, talk about these things. Don't leave it all to social media, because that gets manipulated. I've had much success at work, talking to people at work, and taking it slowly and gently and letting people realise I was a pariah, I was a far right thug when I started where I'm working. Now, over 50% of the company believe everything that I've said and follow, because I don't talk to your neighbours, talk to everybody, because they can never take our voices away. They can take the media away, but they can't take our voices. And our voice is the most important thing. Talk to your neighbours and don't be put off by them. Thank you.
Everybody, come over here, please.
Who's giving tellers there?
Luciano Pavarotti.
Pills. Anthony! Everyone over here, Anthony?
Let's be having having your own private conferences.
Right, listen. I want to thank you all for coming today. We didn't have great numbers, but the day was a success as far as I'm concerned. The speaker was brilliant. We all stayed and listened. This is only the start of what we've got planned. You know, the For the Children campaign kicked off today, and we are carrying on. We ain't going nowhere until we get what we want, and then we're still going to carry on. Like I say, I just want to thank you all for coming. You've been brilliant for staying and listening to all the speakers. When we finish up, all the placards, can you just put them over there for us, everyone that's got placards, before you go? John's going to say a few words before we go. From me, from myself, thank you all.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.
I just want to echo Phil's words and say to each and every one of you, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and on behalf of For the Children, each and every one of you must come and stay with us. We're not going anywhere. This is just the start. This is just the start. This is going to be the beginning of a big movement, a movement that needs to make this government stand up and take account. We need tougher action, more better sentencing on knife crime, on child abusers, on paedophiles. We need better protection for our children, thorough and comprehensive checks on anyone working with children. In schools, in care homes, everywhere. Every child is vulnerable. We were all children once, all of us. Some of us had a poor childhood, some had good childhoods. We must protect every single child in this country. Children, as the gentleman just said, are the future. We have to protect their future. We cannot have young lives destroyed by anyone. No one has the right to destroy a child's life
to destroy their mental health or to take their life. Never should we allow this. We must stand together as one for the children. This movement must go on and get stronger and stronger. Because together we are stronger. Thank you. Don't get out on camera or I'll do you.
I got that.
You do it again.
Right, please. Hey, lads. Let Justin speak. Before we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hold him here, hold it. Hey, whoa. Look, guys, before we go, there's something we didn't get around to telling you earlier. So, everything that we do, we haven't got massive financial backing and so forth. We pay for it ourselves. We, the people, pay to everything that we can try and do to help our children. So anything that you ever see, CDs and that, we put these out there not to earn money because they pay for our events. And they'll be paying for events in the future, be that Rotherham, be that Rochdale, be that Telford, Hull, wherever we're going to be going, and we will be going to these places, believe you me, we will be going around the country doing this. One of our main objectives, I think we've more or less achieved already, we're setting up a nationwide network of support groups. This is really, really important. That nationwide network allows people from all these different areas. It's a little bit like the FBI in America. Go back in time, we commit a crime in one state and go to another state, they wouldn't even know about it. Well, here we are talking about child abusers, perpetrators, right? These people now, as happens a lot, children get trafficked from towns, from Rochdale, Rotherham and Telford. We know about this from years ago, children get trafficked. Right now, any perpetrators that are coming out, we're going to be able to share that around all the other towns and say, look, watch out for this person because he might end up in your town. He's not allowed to go back to his town and he's an abuser. So now we can put that on all the nationwide network of support groups that we're going to be asking them all to help with. And the same goes to children that go missing. Because as we've heard from a lot of these girls, the girls go missing and they get taken out of their comfort environment, they get taken to another town where they don't know anyone and they're helpless. Right, so now those girls go missing. We're going to be putting this up on the nationwide support network. So we go, anyone seeing this girl, and we use us, the people, the power of all of us around this country to promote this and to publicise girls going missing and publicise perpetrators. So when you see things in the future, right, we're raising money, that's what we're raising money for. We're raising money to put the events on, right, because we need it. We haven't got any billionaires, right? You'll be able to read about all of this on For the Children. You'll be able to see anything that you want to about what we're doing on For the Children. So please follow For the Children. Because Phil and Carol and a lot of other people, these people, are very, very proactive in what we're doing with this. So please support it all. Watch what we're doing. And there's a docu-film coming out in about 2 months' time, which is going to show you all these people that have spoken. I know them all personally. I'm nearly all the departments I'm going to go because I've interviewed them all. It's going to documentary coming out of we ourselves are doing from For the Children, and it is For the Children. Because we're going to use that to try and promote all of this, what we're doing, to raise funds, raise awareness, and take this, what we're all doing here today, around the country. We're going to do it for the children. Bill's getting the beers in, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Well done, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you for staying with us as well.
Thank you. And the foot on the ground today, making the difference. Well done. We'll see you all again soon.
Thank you.
Keep her off them.
going to be ending live broadcast now. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Louis Errington. I'm an independent journalist and I cover a broad variety of protests and events. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification button so you stay notified whenever I go live or upload a new video. We'll be live and direct tomorrow at Marble Arch covering the Al Quds annual protest. So be sure to tune into that from around midday onwards. Thank you for tuning into the stream and see you all on the next live broadcast.